We are bringing you updates on the war in Iran tonight. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says there are more attacks in store for Iran. As we finish out the 5th day of this fight, the administration says the U.S. is doing very well taking out Iran's weapons. But as NBC's White House correspondent Monica Alba reports, lawmakers have questions.
5 days into the war with Iran, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says America is winning decisively.
The mission is laser focused. Obliterate Iran's missiles and drones and facilities that produce them, annihilate its navy and critical security infrastructure, and sever their pathway to nuclear weapons.
He praised the attack on an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean, torpedoed by a U.S. submarine. CENTCOM says the U.S. has eliminated 20 Iranian ships in the mission, and the U.S. will soon control all of Iran's airspace.
Iran's capabilities are evaporating by the hour.
On Capitol Hill, a different battle, with Democrats and some Republicans not satisfied with the administration's explanation on the war.
I have questions after yesterday's briefing, but it was a good briefing.
Both chambers considering a war powers resolution. The Senate expected to vote on it today, forcing President Trump to get congressional authority before going to war.
Under our Constitution, only one entity can declare war, and that is Congress. And this is a war. And how do we know that? Because President Trump says it's a war.
Republicans oppose the resolution, which is not expected to pass. The U.S. is now scrambling to get American citizens out of harm's way, with many countries in the Middle East closing airspace. The State Department is chartering flights and offering military jets.
We've also opened up space available seats as C-17s and other airplanes come in to try to help folks get out.
For many still stranded, trying to leave is a struggle.
When I get to the airport, the police was there yelling and screaming people. And, I tell, hey, I am American. I pull up my passport. I am a U.S. citizen. I need to head home. They say, go back to your hotel. We'll update you.
I don't feel the government is really doing enough for everybody stuck in the Middle East.
The war also hitting Americans' wallets. 20% of the world's oil and natural gas is shipped through the Strait of Hormuz, now closed with the hostilities, and that is having a direct effect on U.S. gas prices. The average cost of a gallon of gas is now $3.20, up 22 cents in just 1 week.
The White House is expected to meet with defense contractors on Friday, where they will discuss weapons production. The meeting comes amid questions about whether the U.S. has enough munitions to carry out a war that the president says could last weeks or longer. Monica Alba, NBC News, the White House.